What is up, everyone? How you doing? How you doing? Tyler here. Shawnee's supposed to be joining us shortly. I believe Andrew is as well. There's been a whole lot of stuff that went down today, folks. There's been a whole lot of stuff, especially in the world of the NCAA. Ashlyn Watkins out for the season. Sanaya Hall going to USC in a massive, massive pickup. Plus a couple of preview articles that have dropped and everything. And honestly, we just want to come say what's up and chat. Look, Tyler the Thunder champion shirt hurts my soul. Joe, so sorry to you, but we're here. We're here. I did want to, before we dive into all of the NCAA stuff and all the news, of course, our friends at Home Field, use code NOCAT15 to get 15% off your first purchase, and the No Cap Space collection down below in the description. Look, we're getting NCAA news. We got NCAA stuff to talk about. So you need to make sure that you're geared up and ready to go for the NCAA season. Before we dive into the college stuff, Kayla Thornton ruled out for a season with a knee injury. That sucks, dude. That sucks. Andrew has a full reaction here on the YouTube page. So if you didn't get to check that out, you also had an article paired with it on nocatspacecbb.com. So go and make sure you check all of that out. But best wishes to her. That absolutely sucks. Obviously a player that has just absolutely run with the opportunity in Golden State and likely would have probably been most improved player. I think that there's still going to be an interesting case to make for her in terms of winning that award. But obviously only getting into that first half of the season, that is not ideal. Not ideal in terms of making the case for that award. But best wishes to her. It certainly hurts the Valkyries' playoff options and possibilities in terms of fighting for that last playoff spot. They're right there with the Aces in that, and while the Aces haven't looked great, the Valkyries don't have a ton of firepower to give up. So when you lose your all-star player, not ideal. Not ideal at all. But let's talk a little bit of NCAA. Let's talk, first off, Ashlyn Watkins. And I'm sure Shawnee is going to have plenty of thoughts whenever she is able to join in here. But, I mean, the news came out today. Let me pull it up here. I'm on my laptop, so it has me all kind of messed up here. But here, as you can see, a whole statement put out of her not being able to play this coming season. Oh, hello, Shawnee. How are you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Where you?
Oh, no, you're good. I was just saying. Oh, look at that new background. Look, Andrew's in the booth. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
That thing fired.
Hold on. Look at the new. Hold on.
That thing,
hold on.
I kind of want to kick us both off stage so we can look at it. That's how clean that thing. Hey, look at that. Hey, hold on, bro. There was a large amount of cooking going on.
Come on now. But yes, back to Watkins. Sorry, we got distracted. I hadn't seen it yet because it put me full screen. But yeah, I mean, just coming back in the 26-27 season, obviously had the season-ending injury, the ACL, in December. Was that, Shawnee? December?
Yeah, that's so like we lost her pretty soon.
Yeah, it was right as we were heading into the SEC play, pretty much, was like essentially when she went down, and there was plenty of kind of question marks about that and how that would kind of function in the sense of just what they would look like. They as in South Carolina, and losing that rim protector and kind of the natural quote-unquote dominant big, especially on the defensive end that South Carolina had. Obviously, they made it to the national championship, So, like, there is some level of success to be taken away from not having Ashlyn Watkins and like what you were able to achieve without her in the lineup and everything. Obviously, at South Carolina, there's also kind of a high standard of championships, and I don't think that there is much of a participation to take away in sense of like making a national championship. But there is obviously it's better than losing in the round of 32. Like there's certainly worse ways to go out than losing in the national championship. But Shawnee, I guess just I'll kind of leave it up to you. Get the ISO here with Ashlyn Watkins out for the season. Obviously, a couple pickups in the portal. You have some younger players developing. Where do you feel like this leaves South Carolina?
Well, I think us losing her in the beginning, like closer towards the beginning of the season, kind of helps in a sense because we went the whole year without her, basically. So we were able to see kind of what those flaws were, and it was for sure rebounding. We got like there has to be somebody to plug that rebounding stop. It was getting wicked. So I think like being able to have the tape and see like here's the flaws, here's the holes, here's where she's really, really missed, that helps. So you can kind of like plan around it. I think the remaining bigs, they got to grow up in a hurry. So knowing now that like she's coming out, like Joyce is going to be what, a sophomore? We got to get her more consistent, like, and it's like Ashlyn being there would have for sure helped her development, but it's like, gotta get it there now. And it's really with her just consistency. And now she again has that tape against other bigs and other different schemes, because that was kind of the thing in the tournament. Like she played really, really well in the opening round and then kind of struggled as the tournament went on. So now she's been able to see what she needs to do and what's required of her, and having championship experience is always great. So I think overall things will be all right. They'll shake out how, pretty well. It's just that hole was really just rebounding, and you got to fix it. There's nothing else. Just fix it. I'll help. Yeah, I got it. We're boxing out. It's cool.
Yeah, come on now. You were hitting those post fades and everything, man.
Get your bunnies going, ladies. Let's go. We got them. It's all good.
Yeah, to me, that's. I mean, obviously at this point, the portal has come and gone, and they did add a big in Okot from Mississippi State. So like you have like some level of relief coming in that you didn't have last year, in that. But I do think there is just a general. You're gonna have to ask players that I don't think naturally, like Chloe grew up last season. Like we saw Chloe Kitts, like there was some like maturing and like genuine growth that we saw from Chloe at times. I think the same with Joyce. Like there was like some really high moments, some really low moments, like in terms of just some of the just pure kind of stat production from her at different times. I think the name of the game is going to be consistency this season, and having to find consistency in things that maybe they don't go and naturally do, in the sense of like going and crashing the boards. I think is a great point of that, where it's like, do Chloe and Joyce, like, are they natural dominant rebounders? I don't think so. I don't.
Chloe in the paint? No.
Like, you know what I mean? and there's frankly might just have to start being an ask of, you gotta get in the paint, big dog. Like, and I think we saw that some last season, but now I think there's going to be one, and to your point of losing Watkins last season before this, like you now have half a season, probably more than half a season of having those players in that role of being asked to do things that they are likely uncomfortable with. Now you have an off season to go in and rep that as well. So I would imagine that the comfortability in doing that just naturally becomes better, just in terms of you've been doing it, like, so you've been doing it a little bit longer, but there is no direct replacement again. And it's more so not that South Carolina has done anything wrong with their team building or recruitment or anything like that, as much as it is Ashlyn Watkins is a very unique player and a very unique athlete and a very unique rim protector. And so it's not that possible to go and just replace that. And I think that they've done a good job, and like you go and get a big in the portal that was like that kind of fits more of like your general archetype for what you think of a South Carolina big, but it's never a one-to-one replacement when we're talking about a unique player, a unique build like Ashlyn Watkins is.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Yeah, so I'm intrigued. I don't know who's gonna guard Reagan Beers,
I hope not Aaliyah Chavez, because that's usually the go-to.
Hey, man. Look.
It's usually the guards guarding the best big by taking all the shots. So we'll see.
Hey, don't worry about it.
We got Tania Latson. We're going to be okay.
Hey,
like, yeah, honestly, we got Reagan Beers, but we got Tania Latson.
I can really get behind the Chavez and Latson duel. I don't think that Don State would ever allow that to happen.
What do you mean?
But like, let's just make it happen. Let's just make that happen. Come play some Oklahoma basketball. Don't make us play South Carolina ball, please don't. Please don't. Let's play some OU basketball.
Yeah, this is
let's play.
Me.
Let's
And
play
my
some OU basketball.
I don't like it.
Well, look, I'm sure I don't know if Andrew's still hopping on here or not, but the other news that came out from the NCAA side,
Bruh, because what's going on? It's Friday and everybody's
hey,
just like,
goodness gracious, like we just had to hop on.
News.
We just had to hop on today. Obviously, I talked at the top of the show about Kayla Thornton. Again, there's a whole video on that on the YouTube channel. Andrew called the ISO on KT being out for the rest of the season. Look, we're talking about one SC. This SC lost a player. The other SC, arguably the real SC, just gained the number one recruit in the 2026 class, Sanaya Hall. Southern Cal is doing their big one. Look, man,
What did you gain with that intro? I'm sorry. What?
Because it's the truth. As someone who has lived in middle of nowhere America, I have never known South Carolina as SC. I'm not gonna lie.
Because y'all don't have internet. That's not my fault.
Like that is USC. Like
shout out to
USC.
Southern Cal.
Yeah. So like, okay, jokes aside. First off, little ahaha.
Do it.
Do it. If you're like, wow, I wonder who this player is. I would love to get to know her more. Overtime Select, no cap space interview dropping on Monday with Sanaya Hall from when we were there earlier this summer in Atlanta. Overtime Select when we were recording all the other ones. So obviously we didn't know where she was headed at that point. I don't think she did either, to put it frankly, because she had just went on her USC visit. Right. But we had a great conversation with her and getting to know her. And come on now. You know who else we interviewed last summer was Jazzy Davidson, who has looked phenomenal with Team USA. And I'm saying this on the air right now. I'm going to the stock market, and I'm buying every single stock that I can in that duo. And that's a duo that's going to get time with Kennedy Smith. That's a duo that's going to get time with that Juju Watkins player. I don't know if you ever heard of her. Like, what USC is building in LA is genuinely so impressive. 3 of the last 4 number 1 recruits came in the building and didn't leave the building. Lindsey Gottlieb, there has been critique. There has been understandable critique. But one thing that she has been able to do is bring players in and keep them there, in the sense of whether it's transfers, whether it's top recruits. It all obviously stems and starts with the foundation that Juju Watkins brought and by taking that risk and staying home. But they are capitalizing and doing exactly what you're supposed to do whenever you have a generational player come through your program. The sleeping giant ain't going back to bed anytime soon. That is the USC Trojans. Shawnee, how are you feeling? Now that you know?
You god dang.
I'm just saying, bro. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be excited about.
No, but like,
about.
I don't want to say a perfect situation because it's still unfortunate, but like, come play with one of the best players in the world, but also come play while she's injured. Get those reps. Get your shine on. Get people acclimated to you and your game.
Yeah, that's how it'll be for Jazzy, and then next year, like I can't stop thinking about how, like, when Sanaya comes in, because with her being in 2026, when Sanaya comes in, Jazzy will already have her year. Kennedy Smith I can't wait to see the growth we see from Kennedy this year, just because I think that there's an untapped offensive bag. By the time that Juju comes back, I don't know, and this is under the assumption that she's not going to play at all next year, which I think is probably more likely, but I don't. Just sit down. Yeah, like that's what I kind of hope happens. That's not any like reporting or anything. That's totally just like public knowledge vibe checking, you know. But the idea of what we have seen from Juju Watkins on the court and the style of play, I don't think that's going to be required, because I really do genuinely believe in the players. Like, it's not like, yes, like there's numbers and stars and rankings and all that. We've seen these players. I believe in these players. I saw Shania with my own 2 eyes. I saw Jazzy Davidson, own 2 eyes. I am fully invested in what's being built here. And truly, by the time Juju is back, life presumably should be so much easier for Juju Watkins on
right.
this team.
And nobody benefits more from this than Lindsey Gottlieb, because now again she gets to see how to have a game plan. It's kind of like Steph White, right now we're seeing like no Caitlin. You see how to put a team together that can function so that she can get Juju can get minutes on the bench and not have to play 95 minutes a game and absolutely carry and have a huge workload, especially because when she does come back, you don't want her coming back having to take 30 shots. You don't want her having to do everything. You want her to be able to ease back in, so you're not re-aggravating anything, re-injuring anything. You just want to make the game as easy as possible. So now I think Lindsay's going to be able to see what she has in her kitchen. She's going to be able to cook up something, that's going to be appetizing until Juju comes back. And then I think she'll be able to really mesh the two, because that was really the problem. She didn't have time to mesh everybody this past season. It wasn't really working too well, where you see flashes here, flashes there, but we never got that consistency. This, you get a whole season of reps. You get all, you get to see it all. Everybody step up. This is your time. The lights are going to be bright, but this is the time to stand and deliver. And I think this will be good for everybody. And then especially again, easing Juju back into, her form and not forcing it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I got a couple comments here that I want to pull up, but I do want to ask you one question, because I put out a tweet after seeing a certain commercial for a certain signature shoe that came out that Jazzy Davidson was featured in. Because I said, you got to remember the name Jazzy Davidson now, because it's coming. Jazzy Davidson is a Sabrina disciple from Oregon in the Sabrina Threes commercial. If she hoops, I fully expect to get to see a PE type thing go down and get her a player edition Sabrina. I'm just curious for you. Does that linger? Is that how does that impact your projection here, if at all? Maybe it doesn't. I'm just curious.
I wish you would get out the way so that woman of color can shine.
There it is.
5-second cameo at the end over somebody that shoots 1 for 19. Shout out to Sabrina for setting the bar so incredibly low that Jazzy doesn't have to do too much, right? I guess maybe that's her form of allyship. Be mid so that everyone else around you can shine, and because they're carrying you. I don't know. I just know that I'm never going to change my stance on Sabrina. I don't care I do care what's going on. So far, nothing to change my mind. I am willing to adjust and adapt with new information. So far, we're looking at presumably second team at best. So again, Jazzy coming in, let her cook. Let her cook. I saw the clips from FIBA play already. Quicker, lighter
Real
on her
deal.
feet.
Not
So it's
lighter on her feet, please.
Blame Walt Hopkins. He opened my eyes to what was going on, and I was like, wait a minute. This is, you put to words what I've been seeing. This gave me the ick, and I couldn't fully explain it. And here he come. Walt Hopkins, we speak your name right now. They fired you for speaking the truth, but remember, they hated Jesus for doing the very same thing.
No,
you're
okay, not. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Yeah, they hated Walt Hopkins the same way they hated Jesus. That is so crazy.
So, hey man, she killed a coach originally, man, and we don't talk about it a lot. But I think Jazzy, that's going to be interesting because she didn't go to Oregon. So obviously Sabrina's legacy is not too. If Sabrina was actually doing her job at Oregon, would they hire for not player development? It was
culture or something.
Vibes.
Culture. I don't remember. Yeah.
Oregon vibes, and she didn't show up. We ain't see her. So Kelly Graves could have had him something, but your star won't do her job. Clock in. She's a little too old to be Gen Z, but that's very Gen Z behavior.
Hey, not too much, okay? Let's come on. We don't.
You've clocked in more this live than she did at Oregon.
Okay.
Oh. But shout out to Jazzy.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited.
She's like tiny. She's very petite. Like, and I mean that in like she's a very light player. Like, so I'm curious to see how that plays into it because she's little.
Yeah. I will also say here, just in terms of like kind of that frame of mind, I do think there's an interesting part here with Jordan Brand because that is where Sanaya Hall is signed to, and the idea of we've seen Adidas put in a lot of work with some of these younger players like Kate Harpering we interviewed. So there's like Kalina Smith, who was incredible. That we also have that interview on the way. You know what I'm saying? we were working overtime select. But like so we've seen that level of impact. We saw it with Big O as well. Like Jordan I love Big O. Big O dunked in the game too. Shout out Big O. But like we're seeing Adidas really lock in with this. Obviously Nike has kind of been like at the forefront with a lot of the big names right now. I'm interested in, like if Sanaya can become, and obviously we see Fee with Jordan now, who surely he's going to be getting something at some point, right? You know, you would think. You would think, but to me, Sanaya has a chance to kind of be that kind of new age player as we see these NIL deals really come through from these big brands with high school players. Jordan Brand is certainly kind of staking their claim with Sanaya, so I'm interested to see that. I did want to pull up a couple of these comments. Joe said still presumably should have been. Yeah, so still presumably should have been easier this past year when it comes to Juju getting help. Well, you're not wrong, and I would like to think, hopefully, we learned our lesson, and I mean everyone involved. I would certainly hope. Now that is something that we'll have to see. Let's see.
Get that USC is going to be Aristotle. Top 4? That's interesting.
Yeah. Let me get to this one first.
Yeah.
Hold on, Alexis. I know you're feeling good right now. You just got Sanaya. I understand what it's like. You know, like getting a top recruit it's a great feeling. I understand. That might be a little too much dip on your chip. I don't know, man. That might be a little too much dip on your chip. Think about hold on. Let me not say anything too crazy. Let me not, because I almost said something about that.
Because I feel like this is a hot take, but not one where I'm just like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, this actually could age well. This actually
it's not impossible. USC is going to Hearst. So you think they're going to be a top 16? Okay. Okay. That's different.
No, delete that.
Wait, what is this? USC will be better than Oklahoma? Get the sticky note out. Get the sticky notes. I'll remember this one.
Dang, what do you say a few for? Dang.
J. USC will be better than OU. Okay, bet. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm set. Okay. Noted. That's one. That's one doubter.
I mean,
that's one.
Wicked either way. Yikes.
That's one. ESPN has City of Norman as a title contender. Well, let's pivot to that because this article did drop, and I don't see what the issue is. What is the issue? Why would Oklahoma not be a title contender? I'm not saying they're a favorite, but contender? Absolutely.
What do we mean contender? Like they'll be alive and kick in come tournament time, or like
to me, if I'm saying like a preseason, hold on, let me pull up the article. I'm on this one screen right now, so it's a bit weird. Let me share this screen because they posted this because it's 100 days till the season today. I can't believe people are disgusted at this. I'm disgusted at y'all's disgust. Okay. There's just storylines. Let's get past that. Let's go to contenders. Okay, so South Carolina, fair enough. I mean, yeah. UConn, duh. UCLA, duh. Texas, for sure.
Hold on. Go back to – wait a minute. Go back to UCLA because who did they Sienna. Oh, Kiki, Gabriella. Okay. All right. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah. Neepkins.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah. No.
absolutely
Yeah.
a
Okay.
contender.
Yeah, because when we're talking about USC, I'm kind of like, what's going to be the battle of LA? Like UCLA, what are you prepared to do about it? But they did okay. Yeah. No, I just needed a
Yeah,
refresher.
yeah. So
Longhorns,
Texas.
I don't know about that, big dog. Well, yeah, I don't
No,
know about
they
that,
got
big
some good
dog.
freshmen. They got some good freshmen coming in. Booker. Again, this is contenders. This isn't like they wouldn't be in my top tier. Like that's like when I think of contenders, I'm like, okay, like are you like a top 10 team to potentially win in NCAA terms? That's kind of what I'm thinking of contenders. Like, yeah, there is a possibility that Texas could go on a run. Do I think it's going to happen? No. But a possibility? Sure. I think that's enough to be a contender.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm not saying there's a difference between favorites and contender. They're not a favorite. They're not a favorite. Contender? Sure.
Okay. No,
LSU.
I feel that.
LSU. So I mean, obviously, for Wiley in the building. I think LSU to me, in comparison to some of the other teams, has a chance to be like semi, like I don't know if hit or miss is the right word. But like depending on like what you're getting out of for Wiley, it's like you're just going to be going at 100 million miles per hour the entire time, which can work. 100% can work. And I'm very interested in seeing what Kate Koval also looks like in that. So, and you do have a great recruiting class coming in. So, like, I mean, there's a healthy amount of question marks in the sense of like there are question marks there, but in the, like they could also be answered pretty quickly. I feel like we'll just see what that non-conference fully looks like. Duke, I mean, has continued just to like just improve. I feel like just general like it like
they need a big name.
Yeah, like I
because I trust Tara Lawson at this point, but they still need like that superstar.
yeah.
You know,
So it's
they need somebody that can hold it down.
yeah. So I'm interested to see like they retain a decent amount of their roster, like, and so I would again I think like you have a foundation there, and like what was successful to me, like that is stuff that you can build upon. I'm pulling up the roster right now. I'm trying to look at what
Oh
they because
yeah,
you have
no,
like
for sure. But like in order
Jaden
to
Donovan,
build
Ashlyn
and go to that
Jackson.
next level, they need
Well, that's where
one
hopefully
more
Toby
piece.
Fournier comes in and just levels
Yeah.
up. Because to me, that's why I thought they should have already
Yeah.
been leaning into her last year. So I think that would be presumably the hope. Pull up a question here. Is Wiley and Flaugier really a starting backcourt, though? Yeah. Like, like, and then you have Williams. Like, if you're gonna see full Wiley, I imagine it'd be full Wiley at the 2. I don't know. It's weird because Flaugier had talked about really wanting to play point and like learning that and growing in that. To be honest, can I say a vision here that I have seen in my brain that like I need everyone to pretend like if it happens that like it was the first time you're hearing it, like, if it does happen. I kind of see Flaugier as like a 3 in the W potentially, like more like a 2-3, and the idea of Paige and Flaugier in Dallas, kind of sorta, not directly, not exactly, kind of sorta, gives me SGA and J-Dub vibes. In terms of like a player that can also handle the ball, that can handle the minutes without Paige on the court / without SGA on the court, is a willing defender, is a great slasher. There's some type of vision that's been developing in my brain if they don't get AZ or Lauren Betts. But
because here's my thing: they're not getting anything. They're not getting. They've had enough. There's no reason for us to continue letting Greg Bibb get away with this. No, you've had enough. Figure it out. You've got Flaugier at home.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
Is Flaugier tall enough to be a 3?
Enough.
I'm not saying it's a perfect fit. It might be more of a 2, but like I just like that idea of her, and I think she's an active enough defender to guard up, if that makes sense. Like it to me, like with her build, with her athleticism, with her energy, I feel like it's there to guard up, even if like the height isn't fully there. But it's just a vision. I'm workshopping it. Okay, I'm not fully there yet, so like I'm workshopping. But yes, I do think generally speaking, basketball boy out here forcing OKC comps. Look, man, everyone wants to be the champ. I'm just trying to help all y'all. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to give y'all a championship blueprint.
This one. Yeah, because it's time. We need a new star. Because Hannah Hidalgo is officially a vet. Flower J is officially a vet. Oh yeah, hey. It could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't hate it.
No, honestly, I don't think that. I think it's possible. I think there's a lot of shots to go around, so I don't think it's going to be Chavez. I think Jazzy is the best. I think Jazzy's the best bet. Can get it done, kind of all over. Is going in like Kennedy Smith. Obviously, is the more like established player, but like isn't going to be some super ball dominant player in that way. I think it's going to be a more healthy version of Juju Ball to me. For them. So like I could see it being her. I'm trying to think who else. Because like it's not gonna be Sienna at UCLA, right? They're too deep there. And like it could be Chavez, but I still think that I do think that Oklahoma is also too deep. Like you just have like different ways of scoring. Whereas USC, it's gonna be Jazzy a lot of the time. So my guess would be Jazzy.
I hope we get somebody new to emerge and really press the issue. I love when we have those like, and we need to do it right this time because it should have been Hannah versus Juju. It should have been Paige versus Caitlin. We should have been having these like, rivalries building, and now we can do it. It's Sarah Williams versus me because why didn't you come to South Carolina? God dang it, Sarah Williams.
Let me pull up these right and look at these names because I'm interested in what, just because again, like you look at some of these players like I mean look, Emily Skinner, a point guard going to Duke, 5-star, number 4 in the nation. Like, but there's like some players where it's like Aaliyah Crump going to Texas, like you're not like that's not what Texas does. Can I throw a name out there? Like
before he says, you're not averaging 20. First off, we're trying to get 20 points as a team. So no, you are not averaging no 20 points in my system.
Let me throw a name out there just for nothing else that if and when she starts hooping, I can claim it. Okay, number 8 in the class, 5-star, Haley Swain from Stanford. Not this summer, but last summer. I watched her on the Adidas circuit here in Norman at the Trae Young Center. And I didn't know who she was. I was kind of just going in blind to a lot of these games and everything. And I was like, I left that game being like, yo, who is that? And then later I come to find out she's, one of the top players in the entire country in that class. At a team like Stanford that needs some firepower, that it should be pretty free reign just to go and do your thing in the ACC, which still is so weird. Like it's a guard heavy style. I could see her. I could see her putting up some numbers. Like I really liked what I saw when I got to see her play in person. So that's another like sleeper name, if you will, that I'll throw out for that. Getting back to the contenders though. Yeah, go ahead.
Because wait a minute, I'm watching Asia Wilson fight for her life and be told that we have enough players. I'm trying to compensate wherever I can. Give me everyone. I need it. I deserve it.
Y'all got the number 6 player in the class.
I need more because the Liberty just got Emma Mieseman. I need more. My ops are loading up, so I need to compensate someplace. I need more.
Fair enough. Okay. To the contenders, hey, Tennessee. I love what Kim Caldwell's doing at Tennessee. I look, bro. I like it. I like it.
Talasia already told me.
Yeah,
we coming back. So if you get back in the archives. That's why you should subscribe because we had some content coming from the locker room, during the the Sweet 16 on into the Final Four. And she said it. So make sure you like and subscribe, especially with college season coming up. You're not gonna want to miss the stuff we get.
That's the bag for real.
We gonna have.
That's the bag for real.
We gonna have boots all over, man.
Oh my
boots all
goodness.
over.
Shawnee, are you seeing these messages right here?
Hey,
Shawnee, get ready for USC to be your op when we take this game at Crypto this year. Hashtag Shane and Fake. Let me tell you right now, if Jazzy comes out and wins the SC Bowl, I'm gonna start standing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. Like, I'm already kind of there already.
That's a problem. Because like, if our chain is fake, their chain is rusted. Y'all ain't won nothing since Sarah was there. So I need everybody to play your role for just 2 seconds. And remember, we do this. We really do this. So hey, look. Whatever makes the game exciting this time, since we're obviously not getting Malaysia versus Juju.
God. What did we do to deserve this? To not get that? Dude, we were so locked. We were so locked. Yeah. But yeah, no, that game.
What's going on here in this chat? How do I stop the chat? Turn it off.
Nope.
Where's the
too bad? That's too damn bad.
Absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane.
Okay, so back to this ESPN. The contenders. Okay, hold on. NC State. Why are y'all are getting on Oklahoma? Well, that's there. I need y'all to be so for real.
Camille Pierre.
No, we haven't been on to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy pickup. And even Westmore was like, yeah, we were bad in the transfer portal. That was not good at all. Thank God Camille came here. Like, that was essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but not really.
Getting away with it. Like, how does this happen to that man? You can't make that kind of statement and still be rewarded with a Camille Pierre. Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, I'm excited though, seeing her with a Zoe Brooks. Like, they're still good players at NC State. They're but and it's possible. I think Camille Pierre might run the ACC in the terms of bigs, because she was doing this in the SEC.
Toby Fournier is really. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta wait for Toby Fournier to be the biggest opposition and develop, because she's gonna be sophomore. You gotta hope sophomore slump is inverse, since we didn't really get as much as we wanted freshman year, but she still showed those flashes. So you gotta hope that it levels out this year. Camille, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a ridiculous pickup. Especially at the time of year, when you think your roster, it's so funny to me because every indication should have been that everyone's roster essentially was full. That was it. And he was like, yeah, we sold. It was not good. I'm like, Wes, I don't know if you're supposed to say this out loud, big dog. I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty, but I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to be saying that. But yeah, Camille Pierre going there certainly changes it. And I really do think that there is because right now, who's the best contender out of the ACC?
Notre Dame.
I think I'm suiting up for Notre Dame this year.
Notre Dame, just off of reputation, and then I trust Hannah Hidalgo. She consistently dismantled UConn single-handedly. So Notre Dame.
I think right now I have
UNC
Duke over them.
Go to the SEC is so nasty.
Hilarious.
UNC entertaining going to the SEC is disgusting.
Yeah,
that's just not okay.
Louisville is actually a very fun one. That intrigues me. I think because they had their whole young roster of freshmen last year that were kind of growing up. I could see a Louisville jump, but I would go Duke though. I do think that they're the foundation that was laid. I think, yeah, I think Duke would be number one. Again, I wouldn't be surprised by Louisville. But NC State has Zoe Brooks, they have Zam. Again, obviously Camille Pierre now. I mean, look, here's the thing. I can see Notre Dame just doing things off the back of Hannah Hidalgo. Because Hannah Hidalgo is that good. However, I don't know, dude. I'm not like, I mean, it is. I mean, obviously, nothing was expected in the way that their roster just got dismantled by the portal.
I don't know, man. A two-way
It's possible.
player, East Coast Juju ball.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that I feel like people truly underrate how good the pieces were around Juju in her freshman year when like Juju ball was like really at its peak. Like,
yeah,
those transfers that came in, the Ivy League players.
You don't believe in Hannah Cass Prosper 1-2 game?
No. No. Unfortunately, no.
They ain't got another Mayberry. They ain't got another Westfeld.
No, they probably do. There'll probably be another Westbeld. I don't know. I'll lean it towards Westbeld. No, Notre Dame, they're going to be fine. But like, I don't know. I'm not moved. I don't feel like they have the size. I think that they're going to I don't think they're going to be like a bad team. Like, I think, frankly, Hannah Hidalgo is such a floor raiser that like I don't know if there's ever going to be like a truly bad Hannah Hidalgo basketball team. But goodness, I think we're going to see a very unique case, I feel like, for National Player of the Year, where like their team isn't like a contending team or anything, but Hannah is doing some of the nastiest things we've ever seen on a stat. Like, look, yes, right, like this right here, 28 points per game, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Like, that doesn't even sound crazy to me. Like in the sense of like in terms of like what is plausible, that doesn't even sound like I just like batshit crazy. Like, that sounds plausible to a point. Like if that happened, I'd be like, well, it is Hannah Hidalgo. Like,
exactly. Like, that's a wicked stat line, but absolutely within reach, especially with an ultimate green light. Like, man, hey, look, especially get us TCU on the schedule. I need it. I need it. I got to have it. Figure it out. I don't care if it's a scrimmage.
If both of those teams are in the tournament, the selection committee will have our back. I fully believe that. They are the messiest people on the planet. And I love it.
And that's the question, though. Like, you know, it was a good question of what freshman scoring 20, but like, who is going to be the successor to Haley Van Lith? We need somebody to bring the storylines this season and really carry women's basketball in terms of mess. And it's got it right now. It's just Hannah. Like, she's the only one that's been in headlines for anything. So Hannah, Malaysia transferring is like messy in and of itself, but like, she's not a messy person.
Malaysia doesn't really have like that bone in her body, I feel like, to be like messy for real.
Haley was like, I can whip it up from scratch.
That's the thing. And that's a really unique ability.
Louisville and Texas had beef in the handshake line. Like, for what? So that's what I'm saying. We got to have somebody. Oh, hold on. Cody McMahon, this is your time to shine.
Ooh.
Cody McMahon.
Okay. I like that call out. At Ole Miss, like where Coach Yo is like we'll get with it and like get on social media and everything too.
Hey.
Yeah, I think it's Cody.
If ever there was a time to like be a crash out, now is the time. I will fully support it. When you play us, when you don't play us, whenever, I'm with it. Bring me that. Yeah. Yeah. And then just have some unlikely beefs. Like, I need that. And you never want, like, you know, to push people like, oh, go be messy, but it's just like having that edge and encouraging a player to bring that edge. I really hope they do that. Don't stifle it. Just play better. If you're gonna bring the edge, play better, because you can't be an enforcer and then not do anything. Yeah, you got. I'll leave that there. Let me not. Let me not. I'm excited. I can't wait for this season. Like, I think this is going to be a season that I don't know, honestly. Like, in terms of, like, obviously everything's been about the numbers and the viewership and all that stuff, like, over the past couple of years of women's basketball. That's been such a deep part of the conversation. I don't know if we're going to have it to that level. Like, I think AZ will become a major star. I think Sarah Strong becomes a major star. I think Hannah Hidalgo, like, that, like, is just in and of itself, like, it's already kind of been, like, on that level to a point. But there is a large space to fill with no Juju and no Paige. And I'm genuinely very intrigued at who was able to go and fill that spot. I'll tell you right now, I want it to be Michaela Blake so bad.
I really do. I love watching her play so much. That's who I want it to be. That's going to require some big SEC wins to go and make that happen. But like that is if I could like just well, but just know we've been here since day one with Andy. You ain't gotta worry about that. That's why you stay tapped in here.
Hey Joe, anchors, goddamn down. Let's go.
Down. Yeah. So I'm excited. Yeah. It's like there's talent everywhere, and it'll make people like other stars. Yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope. That's always been a big thing for us. Yeah. Go ahead.
So it doesn't look like I'm switching up. I am a Sarah Strong believer. Again, I've watched her since high school. Sarah Strong agenda is part of mine, and she carried Paige. She turned Paige into a book bag last year, and I'm not even hating, bro. Like Sarah Strong is her. She's so her, bro. So it's like Greer scoot over on that one little thing. Everything else, y'all can go to hell. But like Sarah Strong is her. I'm 10 toes behind it.
Yeah, no, Sarah's ridiculous, dude. Like, Sarah is going to be like truthfully. Like, I know the comps are made plenty, but like Sarah really does like the Jokic vibe of like just like you can't comprehend what is happening when she's doing it, whether it be the passes or the shot making or whatever. Like, there's just like a level of just like you throw your arms up in the air and you just have to like, like you just have to live with it. Like, dude, it's brutal. I'll lob this one up for you. Sarah Strong or AB? Let's take it back to like this time period because like obviously it's not fair to compare Aaliyah Boston now to Sarah Strong now. Think back to
Aaliyah Boston or wait a minute.
I'm gonna assume Aaliyah Boston.
I was like, who's Alton Brand? I don't. What do we?
Yeah. Shut up.
Sarah Strong versus AB.
Yeah,
I think it's a different type of. Sarah plays more like what Aaliyah does now. So where she can stretch the floor, she can like, put the floor on the ball. AB was like giving you back to the basket buckets, and like she's so strong. She's so like dominant and so good at getting her to her spots. It's kind of hard to compare because they're different players, but like I'm AB.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
9 people guard AB at once, bro. I'm sorry.
Like, you ain't lying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I love Sarah, but like this is where and I'm being a homer. I'm being a homer. So like you can't ask me this in good faith. Do I support my dog who's cooking right now versus the ops that just clapped us in the championship game and then expect me to like fully do that.
Fair enough. You can't. You said scoot over, not get in the driver's seat. I understand.
Yeah. Like I said that one little thing. So like the agenda is not going to supersede Cox always up. Remember that. But like no, Sarah is closer to what AB is now, in my opinion.
I mean that's
so
fair,
I love them both.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Any closing? We're almost been on here for an hour. Goodness gracious. First off, also by the way, because we're kind of again I know we did the watch along. We're working on different live ideas. Like if you guys like this more kind of interactive, just kind of hanging out. Again, this is very very spur of the moment as all the news broke. But if y'all like this, let us know because again we're kind of workshopping different ideas and things of that nature. It's a little bit more vibe based compared to maybe like a post game where it's a bit more analysis heavy, getting in on what we just saw and a bit more structured. So let us know what you think about that. Shawnee, people really came for you in this though. I ain't gonna like people were like I got a little bit, but they were calling your chain fake.
I don't know. Again, I've done absolutely nothing to ever deserve any of this, so I can't quite comprehend where any of that was coming from. But understand that when it's my time to get my get back, I will be doing it.
Yeah, there's nothing like a Shawnee victory lap is different. As someone who's been there to just witness it on the sidelines, not catching any strays, just getting to fully witness greatness. a Shawnee victory lap is unlike quite any other. And now there's been
That's
some
why
build now
society
too.
had to shut it down.
There's been some build now, yeah. You've been kind of getting God a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. So
no, God was like humility, man. It's just too much.
Yeah.
There was just too much
You need
success.
to
People
purify
were
those
crying,
intentions.
wailing and gnashing of teeth. Like if we had gone, if the New York Liberty had lost this year, the city of New York would have had to put a hit out for me. Like I would not be welcomed in state.
You were already trying to run the New York streets when we were there for Fanatics Fest. Shawnee was out here trying to play dominoes with people on the streets and everything in Washington Heights. Like we were just walking around.
And that's why they didn't let me play, to just keep me grounded.
Yeah.
But it's like if the Liberty had lost and I would have been able to take a victory lap on behalf of another team, when all eyeballs, especially if Sabrina went 1 of 19 and they lose, bruh. And this is what I'm saying. So it's like that would have been way too much for society to handle. I probably would have called in a Stephen A. Smith because he's been a very staunch like Sabrina supporter for the last couple of years. And I've been like, you liar. You bald-headed Republican liar. Okay. How could you tell America about this player and then subject the world to this? How dare you? And so then we'd be in trouble because it's like I can't do that for the brand. But yeah, it's just that's why things shook out the way they did.
Well, I think that's a great place to end it. By talking about that's a great place to end it. Again, as always, make sure you tapped in across the board with us. NoCatSpaceWB.com. We let our paid subscribers and our paid chat know ahead of time about this stream. So like when stuff happens or it just pops up or we're about to drop some content or whatever, make sure you're in the know. Go be a ball knower. Go join the ball knowers tier on NoCatSpaceWB.com. You get access to the chat. We be in there hanging out. Other paid subscribers be hanging out in there when we're watching games, things of that nature. And, of course, more content. So if you like what we're doing here, you want to support us. We just came back from boots on the ground in Indianapolis for All-Star, and that was completely through the support of our Ball Knowers tier. So we're incredibly grateful to you guys, as always. If you're here watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, all of that. Share it. Tell a friend. Have that friend tell a friend about No Cap Space, what we're doing here. And, of course, code NOCAP15 to get 15% off your first home field purchase. And the No Cap collection down below. Again, we're talking NCAA news because we're 100 days away. So make sure you're ready. Make sure you are locked in and ready to go cheering on your team. You have agendas at play, get some merch, and show it off because home field has the best college merch in the entire game. Like this hat, like all the shirts. I mean, half my closet's home field at this point. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So go tap in across the board. Thank y'all for tapping in with us. Again, let us know what you think about this, a little bit more vibey, just kind of hanging out. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see y'all soon.